So, I was cycling along on a beautiful evening yesterday, and I spotted this beautiful big tree. Thought to myself, this looks cool. I can climb up into that tree. Let's go have a look. So I got off my bike, jumped over the fence, walked into the paddock, and climbed up into this tree. And on the inside, had this beautiful big cavity, a whole bunch of broken trees and branches and everything had fallen on the inside of it. But I managed to find a spot to perch myself and just sit and just ponder and just be with life as it was unfolding in the moment. I started to reflect on the year that has just been and what has unfolded for me. I started the year in a very chilled way, going to sleep at 10 p.m. on New Year's Eve, waking up fresh in the morning, exercising. I had a couple months in New Zealand where I helped work, I helped my family business, I explored the country a little bit, I surfed, I went on some hikes, I visited some friends, did a little bit of coaching online, and I went to a festival in March. From there I met a beautiful woman to whom we ended up spending about 6 months together, and she decided to come over to Bali. I went to Bali in the start of April. We had a pretty amazing time, and I learned a lot in the process of connecting with this woman. I learned how to communicate openly, and I'd already been practicing this in previous connections, but it felt more easeful to share and to be fully honest and open with everything that I was experiencing. So, it obviously didn't work out, and that's okay. We had different visions and different things that we were seeking in a relationship which didn't match. So yeah, as time progressed, I believe we realized that and parted ways in a relatively mutual manner, which was sad. It's always sad departing from someone that you've spent some intimate time with, but nonetheless, still lots to learn, still lots to ponder and think about. I also went to one of the most amazing surf breaks that I've probably surfed. I was invited by some friends to a bit of a secret spot, and in the surfing world, if it's a secret spot, you keep it secret, so I'm obviously not going to let you know where it is. And I surfed the perfect waves, basically, for what I like. Sandbar, long, consistent barrels, getting 2 up to 3 barrels, maybe. I think I got 4 barrels on one wave. I don't think I made it in the final one, but the final one was really, really long, and I didn't make it out. But multiple waves where I got barreled 3 times on the same wave, which is pretty epic. It's pretty cool to have that experience. And we were paddling out in the dark, basically, for sunrise, and just watching the sun rise up. This is in Indonesia, seeing mountains, big volcanic mountains, majestically rising up in the background. Yeah, it was very special. I also played the guitar this year. I learned playing the guitar, and obviously I haven't learned it fully because it is an infinite spectacle of how many things you can learn, but that has probably been the thing that I've been most consistent with this year, is just picking up the guitar, playing, practicing, learning new chords, practicing chord transitions, learning finger strumming patterns, finger picking patterns, learning different strumming techniques, and then just playing and making stuff up. I kind of struggled trying to learn songs, but I really enjoy just learning or just practicing making up my own stuff. So yeah, that's been pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked about that, and it's starting to sound okay. Yeah, the sounds that come out actually sound okay, and sometimes I get the chord transitions perfectly between different finger picking riffs or whatever they're called, and it sounds really cool. So I'm pretty happy about that. I found my groove again with facilitation after feeling a bit lost for a few months there in the middle of the year, and I facilitated some amazing experiences, some shadow workshops, some breathwork events, some casual breathwork sessions at Atmos, at this wellness space, some really deep immersions at the Astana, and did some retreat stuff and had a lot of fun. Also, between some scary experiences of resuscitating a best friend, also helping a friend out who had accidentally taken 10 to 15 tabs of acid, supporting them, and a bunch of other wild and wacky things that happened. But I felt, confident to facilitate, really confident to facilitate again, and that comes through competence, which comes from just being in the seat and doing it and showing up. So I'm pretty stoked about that. It feels good, and I'm happy, and I feel back into my flow. And where I'm at now is, I had this idea about what I wanted to create with creating content and videos, and what I am aiming to discover and to get myself into is the same flow that I get into when I'm facilitating breathwork events, when I'm guiding people through these journeys. I want to get to that point in creating content where I'm a pure present conduit for knowledge, information to come out depending on what needs to come through me. So I'm pretty excited for that. It feels good. It feels good to create content. I had this incredible space here, and I can do it. I've got so much information and knowledge and wisdom, and so that's going to be me for the next few months, creating content and getting in a role with that, and just posting consistently on YouTube, Instagram, wherever else I feel called to. So overall, it's been a crazy year. Highest highs, lowest lows, feeling lost, feeling found, building this course for people with misophonia, and just going on so many different adventures and journeys, falling in love, falling out of love. I am just grateful that I get to live this life, that I have a family that supports me, that I have friends all over the world. I have friends that I talk to that were in the States. I have friends in Bali, I have friends in Australia, I have friends in New Zealand, I have friends in places in Europe, in all sorts of different countries, and I have stayed connected with these special people that I love and care about, and they have been there to talk, to chat, to just be friends. So I want to just shout out all my beautiful friends right now and just thank all of them for being who they are and for being friends. And also back to my family. I'm back in New Zealand now and spending time with my family. It's the busy season and we're all getting together regardless of what has happened. So anyway, this tree has been a wonderful little spot to ponder life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Ciao.